For those who grew up very poor or very rich. What did you think was normal until you learned otherwise? I grew up lower middle class in a solidly middle class area. So to my peers I was poor. This was made clear when I was asked why I was putting garbage back in my lunch bag. It was a Ziploc bag that was to be washed and reused. I thought this was normal. In fact, I still find it weird that people will only use those things once. As long as it didn't contain raw meat, rotten food or something like that. Why not wash out the cracker crumbs and use it again? I never understood why K-12 teachers expected every child to go on a lavish vacation for the break. Like as a child. How do I come up with the money for that? I grew up poor. I never knew carpet existed till I was 16 when me and my mum came into a bit of money. Our parents' first house only had one bathroom * for all 7 of us to share. Sometimes 9 or 10 people with company. It seemed normal for us to queue up outside the bathroom door, waiting our turn, squeezing cheeks when necessary. It seemed incredible to me when I was invited to a friend's house that had 5 bathrooms. 3 full, 2 half baths. There was no waiting in line to use the toilet or pounding on doors when someone was desperate to use the facility. My mom would always make top ramen and put an egg in it with some green onions. I thought it was a damn luxury meal lol. Sharing bath water. Grocery bags wasn't proper bags for bathroom, room trash cans tears of joy. My mom didn't know yogurt existed until she visited someone's house. Eating plain white bread with margarine and granulated sugar. Because it was cheap and our family had very little. Parents working 2 jobs each. Having a housekeeper and nanny. That skipping out on eating a meal for a day or 2 was normal. Thought everyone had to wait for grocery day. Had an overweight cousin who was always teasing me for being poor. The kid was always eating delicious things. Looking back, and it's like plot to a bad movie. Sister-in-law pissed me off when she saw pictures of me and my brothers with cousins at a family reunion. She said we had skinny person privilege. Words to that effect. I think that's one of those body positive things. That having the fridge stocked being a miracle. Turns out, most people have food 24/7 and not just things from 3 years ago you never threw away. I always wanted a new book, or new Lego. I had a huge backyard but I never went outside. When I lived on my own I realized that I was very spoiled and now I appreciate everything. One of each. Not having indoor plumbing or a flushing toilet. But having yearly skiing vacations in Switzerland. My dad had money but weird priorities. I can't say that my family is very rich. But my parents earn well enough that when I was 9, I was blown away by the realization that not all families go to the mall every day for new clothes. Sugar bread was dinner a lot, just bread with butter and sugar on top. Very healthy, I know. Mustard sandwiches, free school lunch, no cable TV or internet, computer at home. I grew up upper middle class and genuinely thought everyone got $10,000 for their first car and I thought everyone's parents paid for their college degree. Because that's how it was for myself and everyone I knew. My town was really good at being insulating. I was very rich when I was young. I thought heated pools and private home theaters were normal until I was 12. Eating very little meat. I, 20F. Live with my BF. 21M. Now and every time we eat I'd take little meat from the pot and he would always ask me why. I had to explain that I wanted to make sure there'd be enough for him and multiple meals, and I didn't want to be greedy. Poor side here. But more just unexposed to anything. I was 12 to 13 when I first had Chinese food. And when it came on multi-dishes I cried because it was so fancy. I had no idea one meal could come on 3 dishes with a separate one to serve on. It was the best meal ever. Chinese food is still my favorite. I'd add that outside of a few burgers from Tasty Freeze I hadn't really been to a restaurant. I was pretty pissed when I figured normal life out and realized how closed off my childhood was. I didn't have any books in my house or art on the walls. So when I went to a friend's house and they had tons of bookshelves and art, I was like, what? You can have these in your house? Holy crazy. My sister and me used to scrape the butter out of popcorn bags with a spoon and eat it. I thought it was just a fun little snack, but turned we were just poor and hungry. I thought it was normal to only shower once a week, sad face. I grew up middle class. And until I went to some of my richer friends' houses. I thought it was normal to have a random drawer, cabinet where you just throw random Tupperware containers in and shut it as fast as humanely possible. Not having plumbing or a telephone line. Biting my nails. Ripping them instead of using nail clippers. Not going on vacation in summer break. I found it super gross when I figured out that not everyone washes their clothes after every use. Having no cable or internet. I told people at my middle school. And they looked at me in horror and asked how I live like that. Alcoholism. My family was very well off and I did not know what a pawn shop was until I was an adult and a friend took me to one. It still took me a while to get the concept. Nihilism. I wash Ziploc bags if they are used for stuff like chips, etc. Also, if I don't eat school lunch, I take it home to eat later. For my friends who grew up rich, one of them yelled at her parents and got $50 for staying with her brother for half an hour. Another friend never washed dishes until 13. They weren't really rich though. They're just really, really spoiled. Not having functioning AC for months at a time. Damn me, lots rich kids on air. Newspaper is bog roll for outside toilet. Bath kept in alcove in garden brought in once a week. Piss bucket on landing. Toast from fire in living room is a treat for winter days only. Didn't realize until almost 18 that lots of parents save money for their kids when they turn 18. Had a lot of friends who got access to a bank account with 5k 20k in it when they were 17/18. Still cannot process this. Abuse. I grew up very rich and still I'm getting richer. Anyways. Actually many things. Seeing the price before being something and/or making your decision based on the price. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.